It's ready to go. Here we go. All right. You good to go? Friday, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. Bill had the vehicle's exhaust system repaired at a Manitoba dealership. Labor charges were 110 per hour. Probably important. The cost of the exhaust system parts were $350 for the converter. The muffler was $120, and the exhaust pipe $80. So that's just single amounts, and then I'll highlight the job required 1.5 hours of labor. I'll give it a different color because that's not a dollar amount, that's right hours worked, and it's a bit blurry, isn't it? All right, calculate the total cost of the repairs. There it is after taxes, right? So they want you to include taxes. What do we know about parts and labor? What tax rate is it applied? Because this is parts and labor. Oh, I forgot. I'm drawing a blank. It's the exam day. You're going to go your formula sheet. You're going to go and see, can I find something right here? Materials and labor, PST and GST. Right? Hint number 1. Hint number 2. Remember that formula I gave you for the use private? Remember, parts and labor has a bracket, which is 1.12. Another hint, right? And so try to find hints if you're stuck. So here we go. How are we going to do this? I will go P and L. I will just say, well, it's 1.5 hours. And you know what? I'm going to go like this. 1.5 hours times 110. Okay, because for every hour you pay $110 plus. I'm just going to add everything else: the converter, the muffler, and the pipe, exhaust pipe. So here we are. This is not including taxes yet, but let's go ahead and calculate this. So for labor itself, it's 165. And because we have so much room, I'm just going to go ahead and show all the work again. So I'm going to go 165 plus 350 plus 120 plus 80, 715 for this one. This is probably going to give you 1 mark right here, okay, for that part. And then you need to add taxes. So let's say you completely mess this up. You get like 312, I don't know. And you add taxes, you still get 1 out of 2. Right? So there's a lot of, don't leave things blank, that's what I'm saying. Try something. So 715 times 1.12, that's 800.8. There's 2 things wrong with that. Dollar amount is missing, and you want 0 with the cents, right? It's 80 cents. That is your final answer. Clearly indicate that is what I'm after here. All right. Let's keep going. You ready? Next, state 2 factors. Stating means short, right? Short and sweet. Describe, justify, a bit more, right? A bit more. You describe, you write a little bit more. 2 factors that affect the cost of the vehicle insurance premium. Morning. Other than driving record, traffic tickets, and at-fault accidents. So they're ruling out those. You cannot use those. What would affect your car insurance premium? Do you have something on your study sheet on this? My favorite word. You ready? Deductible. Deductible amount. right? Like if your deductible is low, you're gonna pay more for insurance because you're more likely to make a claim. Page 18. Um, so that's all. What else? Think of the car, right? The value of the car, replacement value, value of car. You could say you could also say type of car, type of insurance. I don't know if you remember, there are three kinds, right? There is all-purpose, there is leisure or pleasure, and what's the other one where you park it? You can't drive it. Anybody remember that one? Layup. Under leisure, I'm going to go pleasure because I sometimes um, they've gone. So layup, you park it, This is occasional. And this is obviously all purpose. So I'm not going to say anything about that. Occasional. Where you live, I guess. You remember that one? I just looked at my notes. Where you live or where you drive the car. Do you know that most accidents happen within 3 miles of where you live or something like that? Like it actually happens close to home. Did you know that? Most accidents happen close to where you live. So a comedian says, well, you should probably just move. Not getting the point, right? It just means that you're probably going to drive a lot around the area you live, like for grocery shopping, schools, whatnot. So, all right, keep going. We're finishing off vehicle finance here. A car collector owns a vehicle worth $37,500. Read carefully, like sometimes that's a hint, maybe car collector. Right? The vehicle depreciates at 20% per year. Calculate the value of the vehicle after the first year. Calculate the value of the vehicle, not how much is lost, but the value at the end. So this is where all you need to do here, this is only year one, so this is actually fairly simple. Just go 37,500 times 0.2. So you're losing 7,500 the first year. And what you would do here is just take that 7,500 away from the original. And I think you can do the mental math there, right? And so that's what the car is worth after the first year. If it asks after 2 years, right, you would just take the 30 grand, multiply by 0.2, find what was lost the second year, subtract one more time, and now you know what it is at the end of the second year. So maybe I will do that. It's a good time to review first year. If you went 30,000 times 0.2, that's 6,000 lost. So you lose a little bit less every year. So you would go like this, and that's 24,000 value after second year. And so if you did this on the exam, if you did all of this, but you clearly circled 30 grand, you wouldn't lose marks for going further. But however, if you go further and this is wrong, we still have to take some marks off. So I'm just doing this for you in case they ask for, hey, what is it after the second year? And you can just imagine after the third, right? It's just one more step. So just keep going and you'll get it. So if they asked you how much was lost, right? These two numbers, if you were to add that up, right, 13,500 was lost, right? Or you can say the depreciation over 2 years. I'm going way above and beyond what this question, like it ends right there. Okay. But with depreciation, never add any taxes, okay? Don't worry about taxes when it comes to depreciation. But we've clearly indicated, I'm going to highlight that even, because this is what answers the question, okay? All right, I'm going to stop this video here.